Welcome to Maximising Efficiency with Dext. Today, I'm joined by my old colleague in practice, but also now practice solutions expert here at Dext. And there's one feature that we want to show you today, which Robyn will explain in a second. It helps us save a lot of time, made us a far more efficient practice. And when Robyn was working within a team, she had a team reporting up to her, and Robyn was responsible for getting like VAT returns, management accounts, onboarding clients, and some big processes done within a team. And Robyn's team was based over two offices in Liverpool and in Brighton. And there was one tool that Robyn used to keep a little bit of a handle on this that, for me, I think most practices should be running all of their procedures and systems around, as it really does streamline the process and maintains a seriously high level of record keeping without having that bottleneck with you as partners or senior managers reviewing and completing pretty much everything. So, Robyn, what are we talking about? What was the tool that you used in practice that you would shout about to the rooftop?
Yes, so the tool that we used was the workflows within Precision.
Perfect. So Precision, or Dext Precision it's previously called, is that not going to be the name for it much longer, is it? And why is that?
No, that's actually coming into Dext, so that is the new evolution of Dext.
Amazing. So effectively, that just we're going to bring everything into one place. We're going to have one login detail. All the three core products, Dext Commerce, Dext Precision, Dext Prepare, are all just going to become Dext, the new improved solution. So amazing. Right, okay, that makes sense. That's going to be super useful in terms of managing that workflow even more. Do you want to share your screen and let's jump into Precision? So what people always sort of refer to in Precision is, they know about the health scores. So if I just jump into one of those clients there, Robyn, we've got a client here who's got a 37% health score. And we've calculated that based on a variety of intelligent checks. So what you'll see on the left-hand side, we have a cleanup functionality and a business insights functionality in the left-hand menu. Robyn, if you just click down on that cleanup, there's loads of different checks which we can have a look at, which are reviewing your data in Xero or QuickBooks to see how accurate it is. So what you'll see on the first page here, on the front page, is things like duplicate transactions or multi-coded contacts, which will be something like you may have spent £100 with B&Q 10 times, 9 times you've claimed back VAT, 1 time you haven't. We're going to flag that to you to say, this doesn't seem consistent with how you've usually claimed that back from this supplier. Maybe you're missing some VAT on here. So that's just an example, but there is tons of insights. I think there's something like 25 insights within Precision that really help you make sure that the data is super accurate, and that when you as accountants are trying to help your clients make real-time business decisions, the data is accurate and you can rely on it. However, it's quite reactive going this way, checking health scores, looking through those checks. And for us, we found that building them into workflows was a real game changer. So, Robyn, how do you go about setting up a workflow? What's the journey?
Yeah, sure. So what we see here is we have our workflow template. So what this is initially giving you a template for that workflow. So once this is set up, that is your initial checklist as such.
What did you have templates for, Robyn? Did you do everything within Dext Precision? Did you just do VAT returns? What were some examples of like things that you use Precision for?
Yeah, so as you can see here, we've got like client onboarding. That was one that we used. So that would kind of be like that one-off flow, which I'll come to in just a sec. But then we get them repeating flows. So it would be like your VAT returns, your management accounts, your year-end accounts, your monthly bookkeeping.
Perfect. And if I, obviously Dexter provided us here with some templates, do I have to just stick to them? Can I put any like customizable checks within our workflows?
Yeah, so you can absolutely create your own workflow template builder yourself, as you can see here. Or if the check workflow template that we do provide is good for you, and you just want to add something in maybe, or take something out, this is where you'd find that area.
I remember we did that with our VAT returns, didn't we? So we had this VAT return check, but we added like a custom field that was make sure that in your client's Xero or QuickBooks that our own accountancy bill is in their Xero, because there's nothing more embarrassing than us doing the bookkeeping and we can't even manage to get our own invoice into the client's account. So we did put that in. And Robyn, if we just go to the workflow creator, obviously this is where we bring the list to life. Is that right? So like you said there, the one-off would be for what kind of stuff?
Yeah, so like onboarding, like we mentioned, that would be that one-off flow.
Perfect. And then we have repeating for things like the VAT returns or the monthly management accounts.
Yeah, exactly. So like we've got here, we've got a VAT flow that we would create maybe for the quarter ends March, June, September, December, and then you'd use that template and include the clients that are relevant to that period.
Perfect. So we won't go into too much detail on that, but let's go to the workflow list on the left-hand side. So we've gone in, we've set up our customized checks, and this is where the whole practice can see all of their workflows.
Yeah, exactly. If they wanted to look at their own clients, they can click on here. But if you want a complete overall, you'll find your all clients in this section here.
Perfect. So for you as a manager, you could go in and see, where things were up to, what was people were working on, aka under in progress, or what was waiting with you to review. Is that sort of how you managed it from this dashboard here?
I actually managed it from the Workflows dashboard, a really great feature because in this area you can actually see the progress.
That's news to me. You can tell I didn't review many VAT returns in practice, and Robyn did most of that for me. So yeah, I never knew that even existed, but yeah, it's a real useful tool. So let's look at how a workflow looks like in practice. So if we go to that list and scroll down and just pick a VAT return one for me. So effectively, if I had something assigned to me, once the quarter popped up, it would just pop up onto my list after the quarter end for me to go through and enter that. Is that correct?
Yeah, exactly.
So I would just go into here and I'd say, right, okay, I'd go through these checks and I would either click the tick on the side for yes, completed. I could put an error message in and I can add comments. I can upload files to this. So say if I did like a VAT control account outside of the process, I could upload that to you for review. And then am I right in saying that, when I'm sort of happy with that and everything's been entered, I can just send that to you for review. It comes to you for review and you can see exactly all the comments, all the processes that have been followed.
Yeah, exactly. And if you're happy with that, then you can mark it as complete. Or if there was still some areas that maybe the preparer needed to do, you can send that right back to them.
Right, amazing. And also these checks aren't all they're not just manual checks, are they? Is it working with your sort of data to help speed up those checks?
Yeah, so they are called intelligent checks. So what that is doing is it's pulling data from either Xero or QuickBooks and it's pulling that data through. So when things are updated within the accounting software, it will also appear up green within your workflow tips.
So just as using one of them as an example, let's use, say, if you scroll to the bottom of there, let's have a look at one of these. So we've got transactions with attachments there. So if I was to click on that and this had some, this wasn't like a demo environment here, it would say review transactions without attachments over a value of whatever parameter you set up on the setup, but it would also bring those transactions to the forefront of that check, wouldn't it? So you wouldn't have to go in and look for them. It would say, here's all of your transactions with no attachments above a certain value that you need to review and before sending it over to Robyn for final checks. Right, okay. Amazing.
You would do the workings. So if there was anything that you needed to check, that would be in the accounting software. You can't do the checks. You can't amend anything within Precision. But yeah, everything will update when the accounting software updates.
Perfect. And we just simply just go to that recalculate button at the top. So say, for example, there's some transactions without attachments there. I've notified one that really I need to get an attachment for. Maybe they bought a van in the quarter and we really could do with that attachment. We then get the attachment, attach it into Xero QuickBooks. I just go ahead, click recalculate, and then that updates and it removes it from that flow, doesn't it?
Yeah, exactly that.
Perfect. Organized, smart checks to help you and the team and empower junior accountants who maybe a VAT return is a little bit above their pay grade, or to be able to go in, produce a VAT return, produce management accounts, produce client onboarding, and self-review their work so that by the time it gets to the reviewer, whether that's Robyn or a manager within your team, that everything's sort of been done, they've checked it, and they've brought all the queries to you. You've pointed them in the direction of where to look. So yeah, hopefully that's of some insight. If you want to know more about the flows and how you can build your firm's processes around them, speed up things, drive efficiency, and really sort of spend a little less time, bookkeeping, more time advising your clients, and yeah, really get on top of the numbers. So Robyn, thank you very much for joining me on Maximising Efficiency today. And yeah, we look forward to seeing you next time. Cheers, guys.
Thank you.